Good afternoon. I'm Hayden Pugh, and this is your EHC-TV Sports Update. Let's start with the women's softball team, as they face Catawba over the weekend. The doubleheader also served as the first inaugural Tommy Forrester Memorial Games, honoring the former WASP head coach in support of the Glioblastoma Foundation. The WASP would drop the first game, so they entered this game looking for the split. Hannah Booth would get the WASP on the board first with this single between the shortstop and third. One run would score, and the WASP would get the early lead, but the bats were just getting warm as in the third inning, Lydia Taylor hits this one hard, and the only question was whether it was high enough to clear the fence, and it does, helping stretch the lead to 5 runs. 2 batters later, new pitcher, same result. This was an absolute blast by Lydia Yates, flying over the fence. The Wasps get the win 11-1 and are now 5-5 in the South Atlantic Conference and 24-12 on the season. The baseball team hosted a 3-game series with Bluefield State. Bluefield State would get on the board first as Anderson Moreno hits a blast off of Drew Lonzo's pitch, taking a 1-0 lead in the first. The Wasps would answer in the second inning as Jared Hoppus takes an 0-2 pitch with bases loaded over the first baseman's head. 2 runs would score as the Wasps would take a 1-run lead. Stephen Smith would be a problem for Bluefield State's pitchers in this game as he would hit 1 of 2 home runs on the afternoon. The Wasps would jump out to a big lead after 6 innings. Finally, Jared Foley would add this triple, and for Foley, he adds another individual record for the Wasps as he recorded his 9th career triple, making him the all-time leader for the Wasps. He also set the record for most RBIs with 104. The Wasps would get the win and a 3-game series sweep against the Bluefield State team. They are now 10-0, or they now have 10 wins on the season. The men's lacrosse team continued the gauntlet that is the South Atlantic Conference. Mars Hill would start their drive on the right, work their way across the field, where Brandon Woodward would get the goal, and Mars Hill would score the first 18 points of this game. But in the third, Kyle Dyke gets the first goal for the Wasps, attacking from about 20 yards out and finding the net. Dyke would score again a few minutes later. This time, he battles through several Mars Hill's defender, and I don't know how he got that shot off, but it finds the net. That was one of the few goals that Mars Hill allowed, as they pick up the win 25-3. The women's team was also at Mars Hill. The Wasps trailed early, but Sirianna Lee gets the Wasps on the board. Lee's shot goes just under the keeper's stick, and the Wasps cut the lead to 1. Nevia Loudon gets the quick answer for Mars Hill, as they regain the 2-goal lead. The Wasps would keep it close, but Avery Hargue would cut from the right side, catch the ball in front of the goal, and put it away. The Wasps would battle but come up just short as they would drop this match 10-9. The Intermont Equestrian team, IHSA team, saw 9 of its 13 competing riders earn spots in the Zone 4 Championship Sunday at the Zone 4 Region 5 Finals. The show was held at the Townley Equestrian Center by virtue of its Zone 4 Region 5 regular season title. Emory Henry will compete at the Zone 4 Championship in April for a spot at the IHSA National Championship. The Emory Henry Outdoor Track and Field team got their 2025 season started Friday at the Mountaineer First Chance, hosted by Appalachian State University. The Wasps saw 9 school records fall, 5 by the women's team and 4 by the men's team. Additionally, Gavin Lee was named South Atlantic Conference Field Athlete of the Week. I'm Hayden Pugh, and this has been your EHC-TV Sports Update.